It's another KFOG Studio Session. Very excited to have Fitness in studio.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so we're Fitness. We're going to do a song called Matter of Time first. And we wrote this song because we have a lot of like faster, heavier songs, and we found ourselves just getting really winded and tired during our sets. So we were like, we should do a song where we can kind of breathe a little bit. That was sort of where this song began. But it's kind of a, I don't know, it's a California song. I think that's appropriate to say here in San Francisco. It's called Matter of Time.
I'll start it.
Sounds good.
Take it away.
Come back, don't you know? Hey, baby, it's just a matter of time. Every time I dream of you, I wake up, it's just someone new. Hey, baby, it's just a matter of time. So high, I couldn't even take a sip of my Code Red Mountain Dew. That takes us a bit. In the ivy, underneath the 5, we kiss like hypocrites inside double lies. But every time I go, come back, don't you know? Hey, baby, it's just a matter of time. Every time I dream of you, I wake up, it's just someone new. Hey, baby, it's just a matter of time. Time, 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 time. When every time I go, come back, don't you know? Hey, baby, it's just a matter of time. Every time I dream of you, I wake up, it's just someone new. Hey, baby, it's just a matter of time. Hey, baby, it's just a matter of time. Hey, baby, it's just a matter of time. Time.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. We'll just roll into the next one, right? This song...
Do you want to get your axe?
Oh, yeah, I should get my axe for this one.
Your shred sled?
Let me grab my shred sled.
Shred sled.
Thanks for TMing me, man.
Yeah, no worries, man. I'm here for you.
This is a song about music's unique ability, we think. We are musicians, so we're biased. To just get you through the muck and the mire of this life, the coffee and the plastic cups, etc. It's called Cold Rain.
At night, hum the record, stuck in traffic on 405. Hum the record, heard when they cheat and leave and break your heart. Hum the record, hum the record, said na 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 na. This life will crush you, this life will thrust you This life will break you. This life will take you to the cold, cold rain. Lying naked on the kitchen floor. Hum the record, hum the record. Thinking about the way it was before. Hum the record, you hum the record. Head up, shoulders back, baby. Hum the record, hum the record. Say na 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 na. This life will crush you. This life will thrust you to the cold, cold rain. This life will break you. This life will take you to the cold, cold rain. The song remains the same, song remains the same. Take away the pain with the sad vibration. The song remains the same, song remains the same. Take away the pain with the sad vibration. Cyclones and matadors, pitbulls and labradors, care no one is in yours. Finding the open doors, life is beautiful and so are you. With your zodiac moods and your candid truths. Cyclones and matadors, pitbulls and labradors, care no one is in yours. Finding the open doors, life is beautiful and so are you. Zodiac moods and your. This life will crush you. This life will thrust you to the cold, cold rain. This life will take you. This life will take you. Cold, cold rain. This life will crush you. This life will thrust you to the cold, cold rain. This life will break you. This life will break. This life will take you to the cold, cold rain. But the song remains the same. Song remains the same. Take away the pain with the sad vibration. Song remains the same, song remains the same. Take away the pain with the sad vibration, Lord.
Let it ring. Let it ring.
Wait.
Let it ring.
No, I'm gonna finish it.
Let it ring. Mine's still going. Ooh, that was a really nice choice. Thank you, guys.
KFOG Studio Session with Fitness.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
My man.
Insane, man. Kenny, Max, and Ben. You may recognize these faces. Kenny played keyboard for many years in AWOL Nation.
Mm-hmm.
Max was in Eve 6. Ben, though, is definitely the coolest guy in the group.
Agreed.
Not only does he have sunglasses on, his shirt has a Mickey Mouse with sunglasses on. And Ben, you were just playing. You got to pick him up and show the people. A true multi-instrumentalist. A salt shaker and a bottle of pills.
Himalayan salt, by the way.
Yeah.
That's
It's a different tone.
important detail.
7-Eleven ibuprofen.
Now, do you buy that? Is that like a special section at Guitar Center you get those at? Like what?
I can't talk about that. But
Yeah. I
He
mean,
doesn't
Max,
want to disclose his secrets.
do you ever look over and be like, what is he playing? Like what?
Often.
We often look at Ben and say, what exactly is he doing over there?
Just keep hitting the 2s and the 4s, and it's all good.
Yeah.
I just wondered if you were looking around for like the aspirin this morning, you woke up a little hungover or tired, and you're like, where? He's like, dude, I'm jamming. Sorry, man. Shaker
No,
practice.
yeah, he discovered these on the bus last night when we were doing our little rehearsals, and it kind of worked out. Sounded decent.
Now, are you guys rehearsing every night on the bus? I mean, you guys are constantly jamming.
No, this is actually the first time we've ever played that song "Cold Rain" acoustically. And last night we were like, man, what do we want to do tomorrow? And we just started trying to do "Cold Rain," and Ben broke out the Himalayan sea salt and the Advil, and it sounded great.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's always interesting for a band to take stuff from the studio to a live performance, just in general, but then even strip it down that next level acoustically can be extremely challenging. But you guys are pulling it off, man. I gotta say,
Man.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, man.
But let's rewind a little bit. Let's talk about how Fitness came together. Let's talk about the origins of this super group, if you will. I'll call you guys a super
Oh,
group.
you're so sweet.
Yeah, it would be pretty obnoxious if we called ourselves a super group. We Kenny comes from AWOL Nation. I come from a band called Eve 6. He and I met on tour in 2012. We were both on the same festival bill in upstate New York. Kenny was wearing an Old Dirty Bastard t-shirt that I happened to own, and I remarked on that.
I
Do
remember.
you want to know what happened next?
Yeah, tell me. Tell me that.
We just, no, it was very hip-hop origins, actually, because Chuck D was playing. Chuck D was about to go on. So we're like, let's go watch Chuck D. So we went and watched Chuck D. I just liked this kid right off the bat. I mean, I'm old enough to be his father.
Does he constantly ask you, tell me a story about the 90s, Max?
I
Yeah,
always
what was
ask him stories about the 90s.
Yeah?
Tell me
Touring
about-
with Bon Jovi. You
Yeah,
know,
the turn of the 20th century. What was that like?
the late 1900s.
I mean, Max, you know, Eve 6 did tour with everybody.
We did.
You were like one of those bands that, I mean, you know, alternative roots, but you crossed over to everything. I mean, you played
Yeah, it
with
was
everybody.
weird. Because the first record was you know, went to like rock radio, and then the second, the single from that only went to pop radio. So we found ourselves doing everything from playing with Papa Roach to doing the next show with like the Baha Men and Britney Spears.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was very
How,
bizarre.
as a singer, like, how do you grapple with that? Are you just kind of like, hey man, I just do what I do, or is, I mean, that's got to be kind of a weird reality to live in as a band, where you're like, wait, cut my life into pieces, hit me baby one more time.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of cutting and hitting going on, but
Yeah,
you know.
it's actually more the way people ingest music these days. I feel like where it is less, people are less identified with the genre of music they listen to, and you know,
Yeah.
and there'll be a playlist with "Hit Me Baby One More Time" going in to cut my life into pieces, and it's not that.
I don't
not
think
that
that's
jarring.
the name of the song, guys.
But I didn't.
Last resort, trust me.
I think for cut my life. Don't give a hoot if I cut myself shaving. Is that the lyric?
No, you're right. Yeah, it's accurate.
So Kenny and I both coming from other bands that had kind of been through the machinations of like the music business and all that. I think we were both similarly kind of starved for a creative outlet that wasn't hindered at all by anything that wasn't pure. And so it was Kenny's idea to do his own thing, and he made a couple tracks, played one for me that would turn into the first Fitness song, and I was blown away by it. And that, you know, doesn't happen often for me because I'm a cynical jerk. and
You
I
toured
just,
with Bon Jovi. You're like,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
bro. Yeah, it's all right.
He's heard the best.
I
yeah.
hung out with Bon Jovi. What do you want? Back in the 90s, what?
I mean, JBJ, man. I know him personally. But I asked him if he'd let me sing on it. He was still touring at the time, so he would send me tracks. I would record on them. I'd send them back to him. He'd start to put them together. And pretty quickly we realized that this was going to be our primary avocation.
Yeah.
Because there's a chemistry thing, and we have a really good time making music, even when it's work, even when we're in the trenches. We find joy in this, and we come from projects where, not to take everything away from them, but you know, it's easy to lose sight of things along the way sometimes, and Fitness is an exercise in us getting back to a sense of true north artistically, whatever the results may be. And thus far, we've been able to, you know, get our music out to the world in some pretty cool and unlikely places, and do some really awesome tours. And so
Is that the kind of meaning behind the band? Is it kind of like a mantra for the band? Like we're training to go for our musical creative purity, if you will? Is that
Yeah,
kind of like...
it is.
Was it
it's
discussed?
sort of-
I mean, do you guys sit around like, what should we call us? And it's like, we should call ourselves like achieving our life goal. No, it's too long. It's not
No, okay.
cool.
How about Fitness?
No,
a
it
name
is
no one can
true.
find?
Like in Get Dead, in the lyric of Get Dead, it's sort of like a mission statement. Like
Yeah.
we do
Agreed.
in verse 2, we're like, Beltway politics, the record industry can S a D. We don't give an F. We just want to make dope SH.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that
yeah.
makes us sound really stupid,
got kids.
which we are. But yeah, I mean, that song is completely like non sequitured out. We're talking about all kinds of things in it. But yeah, it's about finding that stupidity again, in the sense that, you know, you care about nothing but getting yourself and your friend stoked in the moment, you know.
Yeah.
in
I love
song
a band.
form.
I love a band with a mission statement. I mean,
Yeah.
that's fantastic. You know, that's all that matters. I mean, Max, I'm not going to point it out, but you do have 2 different socks on, and your sweatshirt's on backwards.
I do. I also. I don't know if you ID'd the toothpaste stain either, right?
Yeah. Oh, you do
Right
have a
here.
toothpaste stain on there too. Yeah.
We are
It
almost,
might be toothpaste.
we are almost 4 weeks into tour.
Yeah, you guys are definitely in tour mode, man. The other guys
Yes.
like, we don't even have clean socks left, man. We're just
Nope.
throwing our shoes on.
We're using salt shakers and Advil.
Yeah, we're a walking soup sandwich over
We're
here.
done.
You know, sonically, the band is, you know, it's funny because when you kind of have, you know, bands like AWOL Nation, Eve 6 kind of combined, like I think a lot of people would expect it to kind of sound very derivative of that, and it doesn't. It's something kind of unique, but it does kind of have kind of the best elements of what you know, both brought to those bands, which I think is,
thank
you know, which is very cool.
Yeah, I think that's true. It's like all of our songs start with a Kenny production, and in the past with Eve 6 and you know whatever other songwriting stuff I've done, I almost always write a song on acoustic guitar and bring it into the band. And this is the opposite of that. You know, I'm always writing to a chord bed that exists.
It's like half the
And-
work, dude.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
It's like removing the infinite possibilities from the equation. And it's like, okay, make something that's fun over this. And oftentimes, even with a song like Matter of Time, that's just a guitar and vocal song, he had that entire progression written and recorded. And so
Well,
it's
I gotta say,
refreshing for me.
I gotta say, Max, it's amazing. I mean, your voice is just as strong as it's ever been. And
man.
before we were talking about health habits, because the fitness band and you know all the name, you were telling me that you used to smoke 4 cigars a day.
Yeah, and sometimes more. Sometimes more.
In the
How is
studio.
How is that even humanly possible? I mean, like if I smoke a cigar, it's like I feel like someone shit in my mouth, and like
Yeah.
I can't do anything else for like a month. Like
You
it's like I
grow
can't-
to love that.
You do.
Yeah.
I'm almost 100% certain there are vocal takes on Karate, our new record, that he sang with a lit cigar in his hand in the vocal booth.
Oh yeah, for sure.
True, 100% true.
And then to quit cigars, for a moment there, I got on the chew. So I was doing the long cut Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Cutting vocals with chew. in
Yeah,
his
there are
mouth.
definitely. I definitely had, a substantial, thumbful of chew in my mouth for some of the vocals.
There's a song called "Cold Rain" on the new record, and he did it with the chew in his mouth. And then the next day we came in to finish the vocals, and he's like, "Should I put chew in again for the consistency?"
Yeah.
for continuity.
Yeah.
I want
You
it
know
to
what I
sound
mean?
different.
And he did, and so that song.
I love the visual of that. It's like, okay, man, let's make the song. It's got these deep lyrics. Hold on, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like you said, that's the best part about fitness.
That
It's
was
like
the scene.
whatever.
He's hitting like the high notes, chewing tobacco is flying out of his mouth. He's like,
Just spit everywhere. I'm just nauseous, just like emoting.
So sick.
comes out of the vocal booth. There's like cigar smokes coming out of it. You're like,
Yeah.
what is he doing in there, dude?
Well, that was the thing that killed me. Is Kenny is my best friend, so he allowed me to smoke cigars in his studio indoors. So being able to do that, how was I supposed to
writing
not
music,
do that?
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have a bit of an addictive personality.
I'm trying to get him to smoke cigars on stage live. I think that would be really.
I'm off the cigars, not wholly, but
We had one this tour.
we had one this tour.
In
But,
a jacuzzi together.
In a jacuzzi together.
We went
Nice.
and smoked
Yeah.
cigars.
Nice. Is that just like some band bonding? I mean,
Yeah.
Yes.
Band,
Ben, were you in the
male.
jacuzzi? You seem kind of quiet. You were not part of this.
That jacuzzi.
You were not.
Not that jacuzzi.
Yeah.
He was in a different jacuzzi at the same time, FaceTiming us.
Talking about band stuff. You got a
Yeah.
cigar, bro? Yeah, man.
Yeah, we had a very serious, very long band meeting.
Yeah, it definitely seems like you guys are having a lot of fun. And I do want to put it out there because I know people are going to say, oh, man, I got to check this out. And they're going to, first thing they're going to do is they're going to Google fitness and then fitness band. And then they're going to get like
Not gonna
exercise videos.
It's not
and-
going to work.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Bless you for what you're about to do.
Yes,
Thank you.
it is fitnesswastaken.com.
Yes.
Fitnesswastaken.com, which I think is awesome. And I think that's kind of, your music kind of has a serious tone, a little bit lyrically and stuff, but you guys are having a good time. And I think that kind of just says it right there.
what it's all about.
Yeah.
Is fitness taken? Oh, dude, it's taken.
Yeah.
Well, just that fitness was taken.
Right.
Extremely taken. Those are all of our socials as well. All our socials are at Fitness
Everything's
Was
fitness
Taken.
was taken.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I just kind of keeping people from like the half-hour search that I had to
Yeah,
go through.
Yeah, exactly. Which they won't do. They'll just give up and then never hear our band again.
Yeah. Is there any concern about that? I mean, it's like it was just kind of funny because I was like, wow, you have to
Difficult
search.
name. Yeah, it's a
We've commiserated with Big Data about it because they have maybe not quite as bad, but similar problems.
Yeah. You guys are on tour with Big Data. Those guys are very heady and one of the greatest bass lines ever written for Dangerous,
all
hands
time.
down.
Undoubtedly, even though we learned it's not a bass, but it may as well be a bass. It's a
may as well
baritone
be a bass.
guitar, but it sounds like a bass.
Yeah, and what have you learned from those guys?
Man,
So much. I don't even know.
we've learned a lot about like AI and how it's going to kill us all.
That's uplifting. That's always
Yeah,
good. Like, back of the bus tour.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's important to keep death in mind.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
how was the show tonight? It was cool, but AI is
You
going
know
to
what?
destroy the
AR
universe.
is the beginning of all
Yeah.
the ends.
No, I mean we study their set. I mean they're all incredible musicians, and Alan is, I think, a genius, probably in more
Yeah.
ways than one.
He's
Not
a
throwing
genius.
that term around either, like truly. And yeah, just a really sophisticated, interesting songwriter. Even when the songs sound like a pop song, which some of them do, there's always something going on underneath the surface that's subversive or interesting. So.
Yeah. Do you ever kind of sit there and you read the lyrics to a song, you listen and you're like, oh man, I wish I would have thought of that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I always say, man, that's a song I wish I wrote.
Yeah,
For sure.
I do got to go back real quick because I'm always interested in this. You guys kind of met at a festival, started kind of jamming musically. Does that happen like all the time? Like if we were to bring in like 10 different bands, would they be like, oh yeah, dude, I jam with that guy all the time, and like I rock with that guy.
50-50.
50-50?
I don't think so, and I think I'm gonna just fluff Kenny up a little bit here too. Like Kenny, Kenny has this like verging on unhinged enthusiasm and kind of like lust for life. I mean, he's insane,
Thanks,
know,
man.
but in like the most wonderful ways. And so in a lot of musicians who have been doing it for a minute, or even not, are kind of like jaded and sort of get into these, I don't know, the opposite of enthusiasm, whatever that is, kind of like
Apathetic.
blasé.
Yeah.
Like
Dude, I know how guitar's played. I know the chords. I know the progressions.
yeah, completely. And Kenny's the opposite of that. So for me, it's sort of meeting him and starting to do music with him was kind of like woke me up out of a stupor a little bit, like a sleepwalk that I didn't know that I was doing. Like truly.
So before you met Kenny, you were just like walking around in your shorts, playing basketball with a cigar in your mouth.
And now I'm walking around in my shorts
With
with an inside-out sweatshirt and what may or may not be a toothpaste stain.
It's awesome.
Could be tartar sauce.
Yeah.
I don't want to speculate.
The band is Fitness, guys. Thanks for hanging with KFOG. Really appreciate you
Thanks
guys
for
taking the
having
time.
us.
Thank you so much, man.
Fitnesswastaken.com. Go support.